So,
Um, so Kel, it's ruined. There was some kind of battle here, a skirmish, several moons ago, but there's still signs in terms of sort of bones of what seem to be large canine type creatures, and just kind of marks in kind of uh, old sort of pieces of stone that hadn't previously been scraped or had an impact of a weapon for sort of centuries. So now clear of moss because a weapon's kind of swiped across it. Um, uh, for hire, um, your knowledge of obviously the religions above ground is not great, but obviously you learned some things at the temple. This is a religious place, uh, and has something to do with crafting. Um, and has been sanctified in a way to kind of preserve it.
Hmm. Haya mentions as much.
Okay. I will note it down on my map.
She'll. So it's like, how large is the surface?
How large is it?
Yep.
It's probably it's quite odd. It's kind of like a hexagonal shape. And it's probably got 40-foot diameter.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Is it precisely geometric?
I mean, you're not, but it feels like it may have done. If there is signs of kind of old bits of wall. In fact, there is a bit of a very kind of almost thigh height wall that surrounds this kind of hexagon. It's kind of got gaps in places, but there's enough of it there that certainly Sir Kel would have a view you could use it defensively. In fact, he suspects during the skirmish it was used in exactly that manner, looking at how these, what you think may have been wargs, how these wargs died. You think whatever was fighting them was in this ruined area using the walls as some kind um, some kind of barrier, although Sakel's not exactly sure how effective it would have been.
They tell all of this to Alara.
Sorry?
No, they're just mentioning it to Alara.
Cool. Alara will note down basically anything you think is of note.
Yeah. While Alara's mapping, Haya's gonna go and take a moment to meditate and see if the spirits of this place are at rest.
Okay. How far is this from the river?
It's on a high point, so it kind of looks down onto the river. Let me just answer your question though. 10, 15 miles south of the river.
Mm-hmm. So, Alara is mapping in hexes.
Yeah.
And so we are traveling more than a hex from the river, or about a hex from the river?
Well, the river obviously doesn't kind of follow natural, mapping boundaries. So it's kind of curving, as it travels the land. It just so happens, I mean, this is kind of, you kind of covered this for completeness sake, if that makes sense. If it wasn't for the fact that you happen to be doing this exercise whilst you're traveling across, you may have completely missed it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I continue mapping. I will let them explore for a bit, and then maybe half an hour later come back.
Yeah. T-Quinn will periodically, until the rest of the party decides if they want to sally up and meet this group, she'll periodically fly to and from. Sort of every time she goes out to see where they are, she'll take a circuitous route so that it's so much.
Haya, after she's finished meditating, says to Alara, I think this place has some persistent religious significance, so these symbols, we may take note of them. Perhaps we can find someone who recognizes them.
So Tequining's basically just kind of keeping an eye on these new strangers and just
Until the rest of the party decides whether or not they want to introduce themselves, yes.
I mean, for you, it's been half a day's flight to get here. For them, it would take them days of travel, probably. Maybe not Alara. She seems to move quite quickly in this land. But certainly the others.
Well, if it takes them longer, I might figure out what they're doing here. Bring De Havilland with me. Sort of as they are moving along, I want to find some perch, sort of a bit of a high ground I can wait for them on.
Okay. Well, wait for them in be observed. Well, the thing that's going to make that a little tricky is that the land they're moving to is actually from east to west. So they're going west now. They're kind of curving. They're kind of curving around this lake, following the trail of the caravan that it took. That's all lower ground because this huge lake here is a basin. Rivers are filling up. So
there's no higher ground.
There's no higher ground that way. It's easy to track them because you've got high ground on them anyway, and you're looking down into the land naturally. They're just going at a fairly kind of plodding, steady pace, very methodically, just kind of following the trail of the caravan.
Sure. Well, then I'll just sort of not quite drop down in the middle of them, but a bit of ways to the side of them. making myself quite plainly obvious.
Interesting.
Along with de Havilland.
Okay. Okay. They kind of rein up as you approach. The horses kind of getting a whiff of you and your brother on the air and becoming skittish. The riders seem to be able to control their beasts with some ease, drawing their weapons. Their servant kind of almost kind of huddling behind them. They look up in your direction. You can't see their faces, although actually no, they have their helms open, so they're humans. You can see clearly now.
I'm sort of. What time is it?
Probably early afternoon.
I land. I was like, good afternoon.
You're speaking in common, yeah?
Yep. Doubt they'd understand me. How do they respond to me landing? Specifically not drawing my weapon.
No, so they draw their weapons and they're just watching you. One of them kind of goes forward. I am Baldassar Bellini. Thordolf. Iomidai. We ask no quarrel. We travel north to Mendev and the world wound. If we trespass, we apologize.
No, you're not trespassing. This was more along the lines of you appear to be following a caravan I have been contracted to.
We are following a path. Our supplies are low. We had hoped to catch up with whatever traders have created these tracks.
Did Cameron fall asleep?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I say, well, the caravan is about a few hours flight from here. It might be a bit more for you, considering your lack of wings. Still, how rude of me. My name is Tiquinin Maladine, and this is my brother de Haviland. I can provide some rations for now, and allow you to push a little harder and catch up with the main caravan.
As servants of Iomade, we would be grateful. I have some coin I can share if such things of value to your kind.
No, is of value. I will sort of. There's. I'll produce, say, 8 rations for them. Maybe, no, I call it 16 rations for them. These are trail rations, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, for now, this is all I can spare, as it is what I have on my person. But more is available if you're able to push to the caravan.
This will be sufficient for our needs. You have our thanks.
Why did you will save? More specifically, why did you run my will save?
Mhm. If we follow the tracks, then will we, with Iomedai's blessing, reach this caravan?
Yes, although the caravan is still moving, so you may want to move a little faster than your more leisurely pace.
Now that we have the boon of your news that we are close, we will double our efforts. Our thanks. And he throws you a pouch, which seems to have something in it.
I catch said pouch. And what's inside? Nice.
Thanks to Quinin Maladine. Tell me, does your kind have gods that you pray to?
We do. We pray to our own creators, which, contrary to you, we have rather. Ours is a rather young race, and it's safe to say that the story of our creation is well documented.
It is not known to Balazar, but perhaps these things are known by scholars. It is good to Quinn Maladine that we met you here as opposed to closer to Mendev, or we may have mistaken you for coming from the world wound.
No, I don't. I do not believe I hail from that place.
Balthazar glances over to his servant, who has a curt nod, and Balthazar turns around and
Oh.
smiles.
Can I drop off? It will.
No, you're fine, dude.
Okay.
Perhaps we will stop in a few hours. You would be welcome to share the warmth of our fire and perhaps regale us of tales of what lies ahead in this caravan, which we hope to journey with if they are traveling our way. What say you, Tequinin Maladine?
I believe that to be agreeable.
This is my companions, Ricardo, Raimondo, and Marsilio. And this is Rico, our squire, and camp hand.
Well, a pleasure to meet you all.
They nod.
Yeah. I must get back to the caravan. I will towards dusk. With that, we take to the skies.
Okay.
Return to the caravan.
Okay. Anything Donovan wants to do during all of this time?
Attempt new summoning.
How tempting that is. He is actually going to try to do that because he wants to see if he can somehow manage to get Yasin's soul back out. And this time, because he can't find anyone, because it seems like everybody's gone, he's just gonna do it by himself and Levi.
Okay.
Thank you for that lovely suggestion, by the way.
And you need to send Lucy out, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. She will come back and confirm she cannot find him. She will also say that there just seems to be almost a bit of apart from the two spirits at that sort of strange place that you went to a few days ago, there just seems to be a bit of an absence of spirits around here. Although She did notice something further to the east by the river.
How far to the east?
Some miles.
How long?
She doesn't really know. I mean, she's a ghost. Yeah, I mean, she.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, and she's a child. It's like, well, it didn't take me long to get there, but it doesn't take me long to get anywhere. So it's like, well.
Yeah. It took me like a whole 10 seconds to get healed, but that could have been like 500 miles away.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And do I have more divinations? Is it the next day?
We can roll on to the next day. By the time we do, you can do that, and also, Tequinin will be, and his brother will be back with Caravan.
Alright. I'm gonna just work on
Having
typing all that
spent
stuff
the-
out for you again.
Fine.
Having spent the evening with them, and then with the caravan.
Okay. Meanwhile, Haya and Sakel or Alara, what would you have been doing?
They returned to the caravan, right?
Yeah. The giant land snake continues to wind its way.
I would tell Sakel that she would really appreciate it if he would keep Donovan under close watch to see if he tries to summon any more spirits.
Who are you saying this to, sorry?
Sakel.
Okay.
And then she'll go and meditate, probably. See if she can get a sense for...
Yep. Okay. Okay, you're gonna go meditate. Alara, Tequinin, and her brother have returned.
And Cameron fell asleep again.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Alara is awoken by Tequinin.
I am here. I'm just wrecked at this point.
Yeah, I'll inform the people, whoever's willing to listen, of who these people actually are. They appear to be from some sort of priesthood of a description. The names they appear to be from somewhere called Rostov.
Mivan.
Topical.
Mivan.
Mivan. That was where this caravan originated.
Mm.
They were hoping to catch up with the trailblazing caravan. They seem to be running low on supplies.
What should we do?
Well, they seem, again, if They now know that the caravan is a lot closer, so they may well just push for it. In which case, it's just a matter of waiting for them. Didn't seem hostile, at all. Well, they did initially throw their weapons on me when I first landed, but as to be expected, you lot did the same.
We did.
So, it's something. Me looking like a dragon and that sort of thing. Otherwise,
Alara.
Yeah.
Oh, I am you.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, to Quinn. To Quinn, you were in conversation with Hannah?
I think so. Yeah.
so is this a group that you expect to be problematic, or
No.
they appeared quite well armored for simply travelers? That's my only concern. Seems odd.
I confess I do not know an incredible amount about the surface religions.
You probably know more about the human religions than I do. Yeah. Humans.
Oh, good. Huh. Sakel bursts in. He can do that, right, Ego?
Yeah.
Hiya. Donovan's just fled to the east.
You would?
Hiya just looks upset. Mildly upset, like, oh, great.
Do you need me to track him and hand him?
Perhaps
Or just
so.
fill him full of arrows?
He means well, but his methods leave something to be desired.
I will track down.
Only one letter?
Oh,
Oh, it's for a magazine, probably.
to the east
so-
as well.
Yeah. So to Quinn, are you gonna go and fly after him? Is that your plan?
Oh, how far could he have gone? That's my question. Oh, did he take a horse? Did he go by foot?
He
Is
took-
he?
Well, so Cal can answer that.
Yeah, Sakel says he took a horse.
Right. Well, find him. And yeah, I'll see if I can track him down. How long ago was this?
Sakel counts.
Hmm.
Brief. It was only a brief time ago, I imagine.
You want me to give you a survival roll for tracking that?
Yeah.
Power?
I'm going to go survival and perception, please. So, Cal, are you going to go after him as well?
If he can take a horse, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll assist.
Well, give me a second while my computer starts actually deciding it wants to work again. There we go. Dequin. Avalanche will also assist,
Alara,
although not nearly as good.
you will notice Quinin suddenly take it to the sky. Are you going with is your brother going with you, Quinin?
Yes.
Yeah, you will notice Quinin and her brother suddenly take to the sky and are sort of scanning down, clearly looking for something.
Okay.
23 on perception. 32 on survival.
Oh, okay.
Critical
42.
success on survival. Yeah, 42 on survival.
Okay. Then, like a bird of prey, Alara, Quinin clearly sort of has located her prey and swoops down, followed close behind by her brother.
With the big lens.
Donovan, you suddenly hear a very, very loud whistling behind you.
Without checking to see what it is first, suddenly the person riding the horse is gone. The horse is still running. And then, a moment later, he reappears, his head turned back to you and says, "Oh, it's just you." Well, he more like shouts it, but...
The whistling is coming from the de Havilland's armor, actually, as he flies at rather alarmingly fast speed towards you. The armor is clearly designed to be able to do that as a means to intimidate and say a charge.
I just read what Mildred put.
As to you running off and sort of at this point, yeah, I'm flying level with you. With sort of.
Hey!
So where
Can
you
I-
headed in such a hurry?
There was something to the east I wanted to check out real quick. Didn't really want to have to bug other people for it. I was gonna head back
Yeah.
as soon as I checked it out.
You gave Hay a hell of a scare.
Oh, I didn't know she actually cared about me.
And she does appear to. Don't underestimate her.
It's probably more she just wants to keep watch on me. She
Well.
doesn't really trust what I do.
Well, would you trust what your own abilities if you do not understand them entirely?
I don't understand what all she does, or what you do. Oh, what the,
Well, I just fly.
yeah, but I don't know if you have any sort of fancy magics behind, yeah, but I can still trust you. I think.
If fancy magics. No, just a big pair of wings.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going for. I was just told there's a huge vacancy of spirits in the area, except for this one location about 10 miles east of the caravan, and I just wanted to
Told
check that out.
by whom? One of your spirits summons, I presume.
Yes.
10 miles, you say? A rough estimate, how long would that take on horseback?
He seems to be going at a reasonable pace. So you think it will just take him probably, don't know, maybe somewhere between an hour and 2 hours.
And how long would it take me if I were to pick him up and carry him?
Slightly less. But the land's sloping downwards, so it's probably not that difficult for him to ride on the horse.
Well, I'll sort of...
The land's sloping downwards towards the river.
Well, Ahaya wants you to return to the caravan. However, if you think that this is of interest, I can accompany you. Make sure you don't exactly kill yourself.
It's, something that I'll probably bring to attention once I know more about it. It's just plainly saying, hey, there's something to the east isn't really helpful.
You'd be surprised how helpful that can be. But, again, I do not understand the extent of your abilities.
I don't think he does either.
Okay. So the pair of you heading towards the river, yeah?
Yeah?
Come on. Okay. Gonna call an end to the session there. Seems like a good time. Havoc, are you still with us? Please say you are.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hello, right. Okay, so this session didn't go quite according to plan, but it's fine. I quite enjoyed it in certain respects. I think before we finish off, I think Havoc has some news that I think he'd like to share with you.
Yeah, so I got my acceptance back from the college that I applied to, and given the financial offers that they gave me, I'm going to have to go down to Kentucky earlier and find some work in order to pay some of the tuition